Good morning reception. This video is for Mrs. Stevens Phonics group. Before you begin, you will need a pen and paper or pencil and paper, or if you have a whiteboard and a whiteboard pen at home, you can use that as well. There will be points where you can join in the lesson, so please do. And if you need to pause the video or rewind it for any reason, you can also do that. Okay, we're going to begin by recapping the phase 2 phonemes that we've already learned. S, A, T, I, N, M, D, G, O, K, 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 E, A, R, B, F.
Okay, so now it's time to write our speed sounds. Pause me in between each sound if you need to give you time to write them. Remember to use your letter rhymes as you write your speed sounds. So the first phoneme I'd like you to write as a grapheme today is R. R. And the next one, B. B. And the next one, K. K. Now here's a trick. There's 3 types of ways that you can write K. Remember, there's 3 different phonemes for K. I'd like you to have a go at writing all 3. And the last one, S. S.
Okay, now we're going to go through the tricky words in phase 2 that we've already learnt. Into, the, I, no, go, to, is, and, in.
Okay, so now it's time to have a go at writing some of our tricky words. You can pause me in between each word to give you a time to write it, and then restart me ready for the next word. So the first tricky word I'd like you to write is to. To. I'm going to the shop. And the next one, is. Is. Remember, is a high frequency word. It means that we can sound it, but it's better to know it because we see it a lot in sentences. And the next one we're going to write is go. Go. And the last one, I. I. Well done. And our high frequency word that we've been learning is it. It. My turn. It. Your turn. My turn. It. Your turn. My turn. It. Your turn. Can you think of a sentence that you could use the word it in? My sentence is, today it is raining. Today it is a PE day. It is fun to play in the rain. What sentence did you think of? Well done. Okay, and for our phoneme of the day, can you remember the phoneme that we are learning is all. My turn. All. Your turn. My turn. All. Your turn. Now remember, we have all, a short all, which is a phoneme on its own, and then we have our digraph all, which makes a longer sound and has 2 letters that make one sound, all. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some segmenting. Remember, when we segment, we say the word, we say it slowly, we find the phonemes that make up that word. Okay, so the first word we're going to segment is the word bell. 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 Pause me while you have a think. Okay, are we ready to do it together? Bell. B-L. B-L. Bell. Well done. Okay, so we found the phonemes in the word bell. Now we're going to write the word bell. So we're going to use our graphemes to write bell. We start with B. Well done. So bell is an ascender, so it starts at the top red line, and we go down the boot to the heel and around the toe. And what's the next grapheme we need to write? Eh. We lift off the top and scoop out the egg. And then our last grapheme was the digraph. All. It makes a longer sound. That's down the leg and then all the way down the long leg. Bell. Well done. Okay, so the next word that we're going to segment is the word leg. Leg. My leg is long. Leg. And pause me while you have a go. Okay, let's do it together. We use our sound fingers. How many sound fingers did we need? Egg. 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 Leg. Leg. Did you get that? Awesome. Okay, so we found the phonemes in the word leg. Now we're going to write them as graphemes. So you can remember what our first grapheme that we need to write is. Oh, well done. Remember, it's an ascender. It starts at the top red line, and we go all the way down the long leg and curl. And then so we lift off the top and scoop out the egg, and then egg. So round the girl's face, down her long hair, and give her a curl. Okay, and the last word we're going to segment is the word sell. Sell. I'm going to sell my toys. Sell. Pause me while you have a go, and we can do it together. Okay, are we ready? Sell. S-L. Sell. Sell. S-L. Sell. Well done. Okay, so we found the phonemes in sell, and then we're going to write sell. So we start with our first sound, which was the S. Just slither down the snake. Remember, it's a middle letter. It stays in the blue lines. And the next phoneme we could hear was eh. So write that as a grapheme. Lift off the top and scoop out the egg. And then our last grapheme was the digraph. All. We made a longer all sound. Sell. So we go down the long leg. Remember to start at the top red line. And down the long leg. Sell. Well done. Okay, so now lastly we're going to move on to our sentence. So I'm going to say the sentence. We're going to listen. We're going to remember the sentence, because then we're going to try and segment it to write. So our sentence today is, let it fill up. Let it fill up. How many words is there? Let it fill up. Let it fill up. Have a go at segmenting that. We can write it together. Let it fill up. Okay, so we're going to write it together. Let it fill up. Now we remember our sentence rules. Remember that we start with a capital letter. So our capital all for let. It's like this. And then le. So we lift off the top and scoop out the egg. Let. down the tower and across the tower, let, and then we use a finger space, and we do it, we know how to write it, and then down the insect dot for his head, and down the tower and across the tower, let it, finger space, fill, can you hear the f sound? Down the stem, remember it's a descender, and draw the leaves, if, down the insect dot for the head, fill, you hear our long digraph, so we do down the long leg, remember it's ascender, so it starts higher up on the red line, down the long leg, fill, so we've got let it fill, and then we need a finger space again, and then up, down and under, up to the top and draw the puddle, and then up is down the pirate's plait, and back up and around the pirate's face. Oh, couldn't quite get around there. And then we finish our sentence with a full stop. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Oh, that's too big. Full stop. Well done, guys. Sarney's just going to rub that full stop out and do a better one. It looks like a full stop. There we go.